What's up? Come on, huddle up, quickly, huddle up. Come on, let's go. It's game time. It's game time. Come on, it's another episode. You with another episode of Game Time with Coach Ben. As you can see, this title is Do you vision yourself in the game? Do you vision yourself in the game? As a coach, we always tell our players, to vision yourself making plays, vision yourself in the game doing something great, vision yourself. All week long, we talk about visioning yourself doing something. How do you vision yourself? Do you vision yourself sitting at the table and making big time deals? Do you vision yourself starting that business that you've been dreaming about? When you're a kid and you're an athlete, you start vision. You have dreams about you being a great star, you being in the NFL, you being in the NBA, you're doing something. But if you're not in the sports, you dreaming of owning businesses and starting companies and doing big things and moving up in a business and whatever it may be. But do you vision yourself? Or are you just sitting there allowing like, oh, that vision is not mine. I can't do that. Come on, time out for that. Time out for that. Listen, no. Don't allow the enemy to just dictate what you see. If God has shown this to you, God has put this thing in your heart, God has showed you these things, and some of this stuff you've been practicing for. You don't went to school for it, and now it's time to get in the game. Now you done change your whole job description. You do something totally different outside of what you went to school for, something that you trained for. As athletes, we train for a different sport. Like people in the Olympics, they train for a certain time, in a period that they can't afford to not be ready. Not be ready. They can't afford not to vision themselves in that position. You can't afford to vision yourself not in this position, not in the game. So I'm telling you now, open your eyes. Open your eyes. See exactly who you are. See exactly what your potential is. See exactly what your skill set is. See exactly what your gift is and get in the game. Get in the game. You've been holding on to your gift. You've been holding on to this vision, and you just been sitting in. I mean, you ain't even on the bench. You sitting in the stands. You won't even come. You won't even come and participate in the game. What's stopping you from getting into the game? What's stopping you? Today is the day that I motivate you. Today is the day that I get you right. Today is the day I push you as a coach. I'm pushing you into the game. No longer you going to sit on your hands. No longer you going to sit on your gift. No longer you going to sit and say, well, this vision is really, I'm seeing something that's way too big. If it's way too big, that means you can't do it on your own. That means you got to lean and rely and trust in God. You got to have faith in God that God will bring you to this place. Man, I'm standing 5'3". And at that time, I was like a buck something. And all I knew is I had a dream of getting somewhere. And so I started visioning myself doing this. I started visioning myself getting out here playing. And every time I stepped onto a field, I visioned myself doing something good. I visioned myself being the best player on the team. I visioned myself doing something, making big plays, making people see and understand this boy put in some work. Are you putting in the work? Are you putting in the work? Or are you letting the enemy steal your vision? Are you letting the enemy just hit you and you hitting you with circumstances so you just bypass the vision that God has given you? Scales every day, a scale come over your eyes. Your vision has gotten blurry. You can't even see straight. And you're wondering why things aren't happening because you're not even in the place you're supposed to be. The vision that God has given you, you're not even walking in it. You're walking in something totally different. You're walking in something that's comfortable for you. But when God gives you a vision and he's asking you to do, it takes some work. It takes some work. It takes practice. It takes practice. It takes practice to get good and at your skill to get into the game. It takes practice. So every day that we wake up, God puts us in a place to practice. The vision that he has given us, practice. Put these things into motion. What is it? Diligence? What is it? Sacrifice? What is it? What is it? What is it that's coming against you that God is asking to see if you have the stamina to make it through? I mean, when as a coach, we have our team, our guys running, our players running, just running, getting them conditioned. Are you getting in condition? Are you in shape to be able to handle the vision that God has given you? Man, come on, y'all. This game time. It's time to get in the game. It's time to get in the game. Hey, it's time out for all of the wishy-washy stuff. It's time out for not walking into this vision that God has given you. I'm telling you right now, take this moment, close your eyes, and vision yourself making this multi-million-dollar deal, starting this business that everybody said that you couldn't do. What is it? What is it? Writing that book that people didn't think that you would be able to write. Writing your testimony. Writing your story. Huh? What is it? Becoming a book author. Come on. What? Becoming a business owner. Come on. Becoming a home owner. Things that you vision yourself doing this. Vision yourself doing this. Get in the game, man. Get in the game. God has been training you for this, man. God is he's requiring you to get into the game. Get into the game. Step on the field. Step on the field. It's time to make some big time plays, but you got to see yourself making big time plays. You got to see yourself being the best real estate realtor. You got to see yourself being the Fortune 500 CEO. You got to see yourself doing it. You got to see yourself doing it. I'm telling you, I was a time when I can tell you, I went through a whole lot of stuff, but I had to start visioning myself coming out of these things. I had to vision myself coming out of the drugs. I had to vision myself coming out of these things because, it says, call those things that be not as though they were. So I started speaking what I was seeing, my vision, the vision that God was giving me, the vision that he was giving me scriptures. He was giving me words. He was giving me declarations that I was declaring over myself. I was praying over myself. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. Today is the day you got to get in the game, man. It's game time. It's time out. It's time out. So I bind the dream killer. I bind every scale that has been on your eyes that'll stop you from seeing the vision that God has given you to walk in. This is game time. Listen, it's game time. Get in the game. Stop sitting on the bench. Stop sitting in the stands. Get in the game. You are a participant, not a spectator. It's a difference. A spectator pays to get in the game. He pays to come in the game. But a participant, you in the game free. You in the game. You supposed to be in the game. People come to pay to come and see you participate in the game. Is that you? Is that you? I'm calling you out right now. Is that you? Is that you? God is calling for big time players to make big time plays on a big time stage. Is that you? This is the biggest stage you can have, life. The biggest stage you can have, life. Now you a big time player. He's called for you to do big things. He's called for you to do greater things. He said you should be able to do greater things. Come on. Big time plays. You're making major moves. You're shifting for the kingdom. Listen, let me tell you something. This ain't a joke to me. When I'm coming talking about game time, this is real to me. When the game time hit, I go to a whole nother place. A whole nother place. When I wake up, now it's a whole nother place. I gotta be game time ready. Every day's a game time ready. Because I have to make moves every single day. Decisions have to be made every single day. So I gotta be game time ready. Are you game time ready? Oh no. Hey! I thought somebody said something. Huh? Come on. It's time to get into the game. This is game time. Can the coach put you in the game? Huh? Can coach put you in the game? Can God put you in the game? He already put you in the game, but you choosing not to be in the game. But I'm declaring today that you're going to get in the game and you're going to stay in the game. You're not going to get out the game. You will be a big time player. You will make big time moves. You will do it because you've been built for this. You train for this. You prepare for this. So don't be scared. We time out for that. Time out for that. Let's go. Vision yourself. Vision yourself. I'm at that table. I'm signing. Matter of fact, go on, let's start doing prophetic acts. Go ahead and start signing your checks. You know what I'm saying? Go on, start signing your checks. You signing these contracts, these multi-million-dollar deals. You signing the contract for that new home. You signing that contract for that new business. You signing that contract for expanding your business. You signing those books that you just written. You a New York Times best-selling author. So you signing your books. See yourself doing it. Prophetic acting. Come on now. Start writing, just start doing prophetic acts. Because I remember when I was little, I used to get in my backyard. You see me, I'm in the yard. Get in the guy, grab the ball, and I'll be acting like, ooh, I shook him. Ooh, I spin move on him. I stiff arm him. And then I get into the game, and then I'll see it, visualizing it. I'll have my players. And when I was a trainer, come on now, this is good. Because when I was a trainer, when I used to train the athletes, especially football players, because that was my passion. When I was training them and there was different positions, I would put them in difficult positions. I would put them in difficult places, difficult things to maneuver through. I made them think. I made them think a lot. I made them visualize these things. So when they get into a game, it's like it's repetition. It's memory recall. It's just memory recall. It's memory recall. When stuff start happening, it's like, oh, coach, man, this thing too easy. That makes the game slow down to you. You're not getting into the game and you're like, oh my God, everything is moving fast. No, everything is moving slow. Why? Because you've already been through it. You've already been through it. You've already been through it. So let me tell you something. Every day that you go through something, every day that God allows you to see another day is another day that he puts you for memory recall. What did you do today that you didn't do yesterday? What is it today that I can think differently? How can I think differently? What prayers can I say? What declarations can I say? What resources I can use to help me to vision myself doing these big things? Come on. It's game time. It's game time. So I'm going to need you to get your vision right. I'm going to need you to see this thing clearly. Clearly. Come on, squad. Come on. Let's go. It's game time. It's game time. I'm going to need you to see yourself doing these big things. I'm going to need you to see yourself doing these big things. I believe in you. As a coach, we believe in our players. We see potential that they don't even see yet. God sees potential in you don't even see yet. And then God starts showing you ways of seeing yourself doing things, and then you start believing. Then all of a sudden, when you start believing, you can start seeing yourself doing these big things. And listen, for me, I start seeing myself doing big things. People say, well, you too small, or you're not on a good team, so you won't make it to college. And then I end up, I got into a junior college, and then, in a junior college, I became an All-American in my first year. I became an All-American in my second year. And then I went to Kansas State, and then, we had good seasons there. And then I had a chance to go into the NFL. Listen, I remember sitting on my porch talking about, I'm going to go in the NFL, and people looking at me like, you done lost your mind. But I had vision that. And know what I started working with my vision? I started getting out in my street, and I started playing football all day, every day. I started putting in some time, not every day, but I spent a whole lot of time working on my craft. I spent a whole lot of time working on my speed, because I played the game like flag football. If you can't touch me, you can't hit me. And that was my mentality. I had to see myself like that. So I had to see myself with guys not being able to touch me. When you can't touch me, you can't stop me, because I'm already fast. And anybody that know me understood that if you can't touch me, you have totally lost already. You have lost the match. You have lost, you totally lost. And so that built me confidence. So when I start seeing stuff, it was like, man, please, make it light on yourself. I was a receiver. I'm telling God, come on, bro, make it light on yourself. Either you're going to come up and lose, or you're going to back up and lose. I vision myself running past you every day, all day. And then when it happens, it's nothing big. I've already visioned that. I've already seen that. That ain't something that's shocking me. It's shocking everybody else, but it ain't shocking me. So vision yourself writing them books. Vision yourself signing them big checks. Vision yourself starting this company. Vision yourself multiplying, expanding your business. Vision yourself doing it. Vision your marriage coming back to life. Vision yourself coming out of the drugs. Vision yourself coming out of the addictions. Vision yourself. Don't allow the enemy to blind you. Don't allow the enemy to blind you. This is game time. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time. You don't have time. It's game time. It's game time. So, I pray that this here encourages you because, bruh, ladies, gents, whatever you want to be called, it's game time. It's game time. Hey, I thought somebody said something about your vision, about your dreams, about your preparation. Huh? They don't know you. They don't know you like that. They don't know you like that. They just assuming. But I'm telling you now. Show them something different. Show them what you've been seeing. Show them what you've been seeing. Put them skills to use. Put that gift to use. Come on, put that determination to use. Put that discipline to use. Come on, walk out of this stuff. Let's walk into victory. Let's take a W in this game today. Today we win. Today is the day we win. So, you know what the declaration is. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. I'm ready. Put me in the game. I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now, coach. I see myself making big plays. I see myself making big plays. Because I am a big-time player on a big-time stage, making big-time plays. That's me. That's me. Declare that over yourself. Declare that over yourself. I'm a big-time player making big-time plays on a big-time stage. And God has given me a stage every day I wake up. Come on, get in the game. Once again, hey, I thought somebody said something about you. Keep the mouth closed. My squad is always ready. Let's take this W today. All right? Game time. Be blessed.